Hi guys, so today we are going to be brutally honestly reviewing the brand new KKW contour and highlight kit, and this is in the shade Light. There's been a lot of controversy going around involving this bad boy, so I wanted to let you guys know my thoughts on this palette. So I'm going into this with a very clear mind, a clear head. I don't hate the Kardashians or anything like that, so I'm going in very neutral. So I don't have any opinions on this yet. Let's just jump straight into it and brutally honestly review this bad boy. So using this brush, it did seem to get really patchy on my skin. I don't know how noticeable it is on camera, but for me in real life, looking at my skin, I can just see that it's very, very dark right here, and then it's dark over here, and then it gets patchy around here. I feel like this brush is maybe a little bit too dense for my liking. I like to use one of these little brushes. This is the Luxie 524T. I got this in an Ipsy a long time ago, but it's a little, what is it? Stippling brush. It's very long, thin stippling hairs at the end, and then right here where it gets darker, it's more of a thicker brush. But I like to use this because it's so light with blending the product into your skin. So personally, I would never use this brush just because it's so it's a tightly packed brush for the type of contour that I'm used to applying. So I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other side with my preferred brush. So let's go ahead and go in. So I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but it does seem to have picked up a lot right here and then kind of sheared out over here and over here. And I started in the back here, so I don't know why it's picking up right there in the middle. I mean, it definitely doesn't look bad. I just feel like it does look a little bit patchy on the skin. It didn't quite blend as well as usual. Definitely better than this side with that brush, so I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this one out a little bit more. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do my temple. See, look at that blue hairline, y'all. I love it. So dang cute. See, I got a blue patch on my forehead. I gotta cover that up. Even my concealer and foundation couldn't cover that blue patch up. Dang. So it definitely, I feel like it applies better onto my forehead. Maybe because I'm using a lot of circular motions all around. Maybe it doesn't like, I don't know. Maybe you need to do circular motions only when applying this, or else it gets chunky if you go back and forth. I don't know. So looking at my face right now, I do like the color of this contour. I definitely don't like the way that it, kind of got chunked up right here and then lightened out over there, and then once again it got chunked up right there. It feels, I don't know, it just doesn't look that great. It looks good on my forehead. So as I'm looking in my mirror right here right now, I feel like the color translates a little bit warmer on the skin. In the pan, it looks like a very cool toned, more gray, cool toned, contour, which is what I always use every single time I contour. But I feel like once I applied it to my face, it turned a little bit more warm. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm used to using more cool toned contours. I don't really know. I'm not really, feeling that patchiness right here at all, or over here. Like, I kind of want to go in with my foundation brush and like fix that because it's bothering me. So I'm gonna try using this big kabuki brush. This is the brush that I use to put on my translucent powder. I'm gonna see if like packing any leftover transparent or translucent powder helps and kind of that looks better actually. I mean, it still looks patchy. Oh man. So even trying to blend this in with a big fat packing kabuki brush, like trying to pack this in, it's just not working. Or blend it out. Like you can see that it's now transferred to like this harsh line right here where the product is stuck, and then everywhere else it's blended out. What? Okay, so I'm gonna try to go in with the bronzer shade because maybe adding the warm tone on there will help, you know, cover up the other color. Oh, it's so orange. Oh, this is really orange. That's orange. That is orange. That just looks so bad. Oh no. Oh no, I really wanted this to work. Oh, it's so patchy. Like I don't know any other way to fix this unless like I literally wipe it off and redo my foundation. But then I feel, I mean, this just looks really bad. I don't wanna, I have other videos to film tonight. Ooh. So as far as this contour and bronzer go, I don't like it. I don't recommend this. I, you know, used the brush, the recommended brush that came with it. That made it look really patchy. I used my everyday brush that I apply tons of different brands of contours, and it all looks fantastic in my opinion. And that still looks patchy. I tried to cover it up, I tried to blend it out more, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, I just don't like these contour powders. But now let's go ahead and try these highlights. Let's hope that these bad boys can be our saving grace right now. So this is what they look like swatched. Honestly, this pink one right here, it doesn't, neither of them look very shiny at all. It kind of looks like setting powder, like a white translucent powder. Like you can't see any shine, especially from that pink one. The white one is a little bit better, but that pink, I don't see a single hint of shine. But you know what? Once we put it on the face, it might be a little bit different. So I'm gonna go in with the highlight side of this brush, and I'm gonna take this shade right here, and we're just gonna, I mean, it's not as blinding as I usually like it to be, but it's definitely there. Like it definitely, you know, has a position in the race. It can hold itself in a good race. Like it's more on the natural side of highlight, but it can get there. Like I've been building this up and it definitely can be pretty blinding. But I feel like this is a really, really light shade. So if you're not light, this is not gonna look good. So I definitely think like if you're borderline medium or if you're borderline light, stay within the correct shade, because if you're a little bit darker, this will just be really like, it'll be too light. Because it almost is a little bit too light for me, and I'm like in the middle of light, borderline white, light, white, whatever. So now let's go ahead and try on this pink shade on the other cheek. Oh, I don't, I mean, it's subtle. It's really subtle. I'm not really into it. It's just like, is this one patchy too? Can you see how it's not sticking right here? Why doesn't it want to stick there? Ooh, I don't like this one very much. I feel like it is a little bit patchy as well. I mean, I feel like you can't really tell if a highlighter is patchy on camera, but I can definitely see, like with my natural light in my mirror right up close, I can see where it's like not really picking or not really sticking down right here for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, definitely it's buildable. Like, as you can see, I'm definitely getting more shine from it after I built it up 3-4 times. Neither of these are very blinding or intense, but they are there. They're just not like amazing. Like, you guys know me, I want an intense blinding highlight, and to me this is just not it. So overall, I'm just not really impressed with this KKW contour and highlight kit. It's just the contour and the bronzer is too orange. Contour is extremely patchy. Like, you can still see the patchiness of that contour. And then as far as the highlight goes, I'm never gonna use these highlights just because they're just not really what I'm looking for. I mean, it's pretty if you're looking for a very natural highlight. But when it comes to a whole kit, I don't really think it's worth it to buy this whole kit just for 2 natural looking highlights. Like, you could get any other highlight. You can get the e.l.f. highlights. Those little, the dome highlights, those are amazing. And you can build those up to be as blinding as you want. And they're like $3. So as far as this, I'm just really disappointed in this. I'm just not impressed at all. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to subscribe down below to become part of the #Joby squad, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!